Welcome to Global Morning.
The death toll from flooding.
Most time our politicians just bring in policies too, for sure.
Incidentally, we have several more stories.
The legislature was carefully crafted to
22.2% inflation rates as of April this year. What does that say about where we are as a country?
I think Nigeria has resorted to being resilient.
Before you call the police station, before they even leave, they'll take permission from
I don't think there's really anything on ground to improve.
the struggle with ASU strike.
You have done your work, you have put us to the wall. We are not the slaves.
I'm not a small boy. You should have given me the report. I have not seen the report.
Okay, someone's staring at me really hard, and okay, let's take two, like they say in production. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. It's indeed, we're very happy to have you join us this morning to make sure your day is truly exciting. And Jumaire Manson, that's there. It's
no, I was just wondering. There was just something I saw, so I was just wondering.
That?
No, I was just trying to read what was on your glasses, but it's okay. Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
It's great to be here. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and hope you had a pleasant night rest.
All right, yes, we hope you're good to go this morning, and we intend to make your day truly beautiful by giving you all the things you need to make your day truly exciting. And like usually, we give you updates, tidbits about everything happening in between. On the foreign scene, since we are truly global on the foreign scene, some big stories happening across the globe, especially focus on Israel-Hamas war. Some very sad story saying record shows that 23,000 plus persons have been killed since October 7th, when the war between Hamas and Israel began. So very sad story. We're talking about human beings now. 23,000 plus have been killed since October 7th.
Not forgetting the fact that women and children are involved, because it's a really sad war, and there are no headways. Funny enough, it's just getting worse by the day. You know, with the recent the killing of the prominent individual who died, one of the administrators, yes,
Hamas top figure,
yes, who died. So it has actually, for me, has actually escalated. So we pray it doesn't go beyond what we see and read every day.
All right, very sad commentary. And just this morning also we got the news that 3 men were killed as regards Israeli Defense Force killing 3 men. And there was a very controversial story about it, saying after the killing of the men, the car drove on the body of the victim, which is very sad. But we look at those stories, and you're careful, because Al Jazeera, when they report the story, you see it's obvious they're taking the side of the Hamas group.
Oh yes,
with their reporting.
It's glaring, yes.
And because that's the case, even when you get stories like this one that said the car drove on the victim of the body, I don't think there was need to emphasize on that, because what you are trying to do is escalate the war. Yes. So I think Al Jazeera, despite it being a global brand, has to do more. It's so obvious they are tilting towards Islamic faction of the war, which is really bad for an international organization that should be ethical in terms of. And you notice on the scroll bar, they keep reminding you 23,000 plus have been killed. And the question is, I wish you could also do same and have messages to deter Hamas from doing this in the future, because they instigated all this violence.
Really, really. For me, in all, it doesn't matter the religion. For me, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, the most important thing is remember that we're all one under God, and we should. Peace pact is just the way forward for peace to reign and for everyone to live in unity and peace. But I am sure with the rate this is going, it's really escalating from my own point of view, and it's so sad and really unfortunate.
All right. Talking about escalating, we also have this news breaking that Anthony Blinken, the Secretary General of the United States, he's in Israel as we talk right now, trying to douse tension so that it doesn't turn into a regional war. So that's what he's trying to prevent, and we hope that he succeeds at that. Okay, those are some of the top stories in terms of pressing stories on the global scene. And let's fast track back to Africa, back to Nigeria. And Jemai has one of the big stories making the round because it concerns her gender.
So, he's just talking about the suspension of Betta Edu.
No, not just the suspension of Dr. Mrs.
It's okay.
Okay, just trying to...
The suspension with immediate effect, and of course the Economic Financial Crimes Commission to investigate the matter that is at hand, the fraud.
Yeah, you talked about it yesterday that she should be suspended. Like
yes,
the EFCC
yes, that is the best.
boss was listening to you immediately. He proposed to Mr. President that this woman, this beautiful woman, needs to be suspended. So
yes.
Investigations can go to...
Well, I'll just read briefly. And it says, President Bola Tinubu has suspended Betta Edu, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. And of course, the President directed Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to conduct a thorough investigation into all aspects of financial transactions involving the Federal Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Well, this is a step forward. This is not far-fetched, because the president in his on his New Year Day speech, yes, he mentioned that there will be monitoring committee and there are no excuses. I keep emphasizing on that word excuses because you have no excuse. This particular fraudulent allegation against Chief Doctor, your own word.
I think it's very sad, but I think that's the needful to be done.
No, that's the needful.
I think it also would send the right vibes to other ministers that, okay, the Nigerians are watching, because Mr. President made a statement. He said because of the wide range of anger. So
yes.
My question is the president telling me if Nigerians were angry, if they didn't raise their voices, so he was going to let it slide?
No.
That's just a question. But the president is also in the news, so to say, because we got some story trending that lawmakers are keeping mum as regards the Tinubu rice palliative, according to the that's how it's been described, because we had one APC Edo representative in the person of Derek Amario, who said the president had given 2-trailer load of 25 kg rice to the House of Representative members to share to their constituencies. But the question is that why the House of Rep members are not talking about it, and it looks like it's only few of them that actually went and did what the president said, share this to them.
Exactly.
So the question is why are others not speaking out? We had Fulata Abubakar from Jigawa APC saying he can speak on it. They should meet the spokesperson of the APC in the House. So, when they start directing you to, it means there's something fishy. So, Mr. President, this trailer load of rice, can we also investigate to be sure how this is coming and why these lawmakers are not doing the needful?
Distribution.
So we hope he will probe into this matter too, Mr. President.
I hope so. And still in the news, making rounds, and there were some individuals that came out and said new Ondo Governor Aiyedatiwa in certificate forgery.
Yeah, that's the Ondo State Redemption Initiative. They always come up with these beautiful names every time they want to perpetrate.
Like seriously, they come
initiatives.
out back to back. Aiyedatiwa says there's some individuals who will not. First of all, the scandal wrapped around him with Akeredolu, the issues is there, and now they're coming out with this. And he said the Independent National Electoral Commission would not have, allowed him to even, bring out his political ambition with all his certificates were surrendered and tendered to them. And funny enough, this is coming out now, and they gave dates.
I don't believe the governor and his spokesperson. You know why?
Why?
Because I felt their argument, it doesn't hold water. What they just said is, these guys are trying to distract us. We're going to focus on giving the state good governance. No, that shouldn't be what they should be saying. They should be showing us the certificates. Look at the evidence. This is my evidence, and go to my school and call the school. Show them my evidence. But rather, they're telling us, no, we don't want to be distracted. We want to focus on good governance. I feel there's something fishy, because in 2001 they said advanced diploma in business administration does not exist in UI.
Yes.
And UI, we know, is one of the best schools in Africa.
Yeah, true.
And so it means they cannot say what the UI did not confirm. So Aiyedatiwa is not telling us the truth. Then there's also this University of Pan Pacific University in Lekki, which they said he went there, and on checking on there's no year of study, there's no cost of study. How can you go to university, there's no year of study, there's no cost? So what did you go to do there?
I think investigations should be ongoing, thorough investigations for us to be sure on the way forward to confirm if actually the certificate
if
is
there's
fudged.
something wrong, if in 2001 there's no such thing as advanced diploma in business administration in University of Ibadan, then I think UI should come out and speak too in order to clear their name. They've got a very fantastic integrity and name when it comes to the academics. So UI should come out and clear the air. Is Aiyedatiwa truly, was he a student in 2001? Did he come get that certificate or not? They should. Then Pan-African, the Pan-Atlantic University in Lekki should come out and also tell us, why is there no year of study and no cost?
And you know the most amazing thing, the governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, in his own words, this is just a plot against him. They didn't succeed to remove him as deputy governor, so this is just false allegations according to him. So like you said, thorough investigations should be done for us to know the way forward.
But you know, I actually smelled the rats cooking when some of the members of his cabinet decided to resign and say they cannot work with him. So it just told me that these guys there's something of their
There's something of
probably somebody knew this fact before Rotimi died, and so they're okay, we're going to catch you there. And so I think UI has to come out. University of Ibadan needs to come out. Yeah,
needs to know how true.
Show us the proof, you know, and Aiyedatiwa has to also show us the proof. How could you study without a year of study and without a cost? So what did you? It's very funny. Orators, some very interesting.
Another very interesting. The CBN.
You've got plenty.
No, I read it today and I said, "Oh my God, Godwin Emefiele will be actually he's
a happy man."
Yes, 100 million naira damages. Okay,
that's justice has
the court awards like the ex-governor 100 million naira damages because
against
he was
the federal government and the EFCC.
Yes, exactly. So, of course, that looks in a lighter mode. Godwin Emefiele is actually not guilty like a lot of people for 100 million.
Well, this was not as regards his crime or alleged crime, but on the human rights levels, because and they breached it because you can't hold him above certain number of hours or days, but they did from June when he was arrested to July when he was taken to Lagos, and he was rearrested again after this. He got bailed by the DSS. So it tells you that, but I think it's good. It shows that probably the law is working too. But that justice, the guy, like you say in Nigeria, didn't get liver because you're awarding 100 million against the federal government and EFCC. You better be clean. You better be
clean. You know, when I saw that, when I read that, I was just laughing. I was like, 100 million naira in damage to suspend former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria against the federal government and the Economic Financial Crimes Commission for violation of his rights.
Human rights.
And the embattled Emefiele had dragged the federal government, Attorney General, the Federation, AGF, EFCC to enforce his fundamental rights to his life, personal liberty, fair hearing, and freedom of movement. So even if he's being investigated for other,
but he has the rights.
He has the rights for freedom of movement, his liberty, and of course fair hearing. So I think my question is that this is me just playing the devil's advocate. That 100 million naira, does a man like Emefiele need 100 million naira? Because that was the amount he paid to for a presidential ticket.
So I'm thinking, is that the amount? Okay, you know where I'm going, right?
I know where you're going. But with all the seizures that has been happening, so of course he needs that money. 100 million naira will go a long way with all the seizures and all of the things that are, that are cooking up.
I'm even wondering if the money is going to go to him.
Well, we just have to
probably to pay his legal team in terms of work done. But it goes to show that the Nigerian judiciary is not totally bad like we think. For them to have awarded that based on the human rights violation, it tells you that's a good news. That's good news for the legal system and for Nigerians in general. So
yes,
we wish Emefiele the very best, but that does not take away all the charges.
Charges that he has to face.
He has to face.
And then this is your area, looking at Super Eagles trashed by Guinea. So throw in more light when it comes to that.
Okay, I think this is it's painful to talk about your team when your team is beaten, but when you win, it's something we want to talk about. Yeah, those are the boys when they're getting set. But it's very, I wouldn't say it's sad, but I think it's better they are beating the Eagles, Super Eagles right now during friendlies than in the tournament proper. But a lot of football pundits, including myself, were very not so excited when they beat the Abu Dhabi selected team 12-0. We knew that wasn't a team you could rate the Eagles against. But against Guinea, a team that will be part of the African Cup of Nations, and they beat the Super Eagles 2-0, tells you it means that the Super Eagles are not completely ready. But even if they thought they were ready, with this, it will bring them back to earth and probably make them rejig their strategies, their formations, and make the coach know that, okay, certain areas in my defense, in the midfield, and the goalkeeping department, also might not just be the best goalkeeper to be in between the sticks for the Super Eagles.
Well, I feel that you actually jinxed the Super Eagles because, we mentioned that, was it on 2 days ago? Yeah. They had like a friendly, the match. They did, and they won and they scored a lot of 12
goals. 12 goals. And I said, I hope they had not finished scoring all their goals for the tournament.
You see, so I think it's your fault, Anthony. You should be held accountable for what you have said.
All right, so since I'm going to play a God of Soccer now, Super Eagles go win all your matches, win the Nations Cup, win the World Cup in 2026. That's all we need.
Please do.
But I think it's good. On the flip side, it's also good. It gives the team a reason to not to be
too confident.
Not too confident, and also the coach is going to know, okay, these are my grey areas. And if Guinea can beat you this much, then what's going to happen when you face the might of Cameroon?
Exactly.
And when you face the defending champions like the Teranga Lions of Senegal or the Atlas Lions of Morocco, who did Africa very well at the last World Cup, then you're going to get the bashing of your life, or the Black Stars of Ghana. So these are teams high pedigree. So I think it's good for the Super Eagles. This will make them work harder.
Yes, and sit up, and like you said, overconfidence, like I always say, overconfidence actually kills the moral of an individual. So they should try and work hard and know that just for as much as they want to be positive, hard work is very important. You shouldn't just say, oh, okay, we're done with that, we beat them 12 and then we're good to go. No, because you can still train and work harder so you can do the needful. All
right, so that's all about the Super Eagles getting set for the Nations Cup starting. And that brings us to this part of our discuss. How many days to the Cup of Nations? 5. No, failed again. Come on, Matt.
Are you killing me?
Mathematics.
Right now.
Today is 9th, and we're talking about 13 days from now.
Oh, 4 days.
I'm winning. 2 days in a row.
I'm just trying to help your ministry.
All right, and so now it's 4 days to the African Cup of Nations. Make sure you've bought your Nigerian jersey. You need to support the Super Eagles.
Yes.
So that you ensure they win. They need all the morale boosts they can get from Nigeria. 200 million supporting you far away in Cote d'Ivoire. You will do wonders, and we wish our darling Super Eagles the very best of luck. We hope injuries do not set in. We wish the God of Soccer be with the Super Eagles.
Be their guide.
Sorry?
Be their guide.
Yeah, be their guide. Okay. All right, so we'll go for a very quick break. When we return, Global Morning continues. Stay with us.
Don't go anywhere.
All right, cut in the act. All right, that's what you get when you're watching a live show. You get everything in between, and it's real. And just knowing that you're there makes us really happy. And hopefully, somewhere along the line in the course of the breakfast show, who knows, maybe today we might just give you the chance to send your feedbacks to us via WhatsApp lines or via our handles, social media handles, so that we get to feel what you think is you're enjoying most, and the part, if it's the part where Juma Martin is always missing the number of days to the African Cup of Nations, or if it's the part where she gives that very beautiful wink, we'll get to know, and that's. Okay, you're laughing.
I beg to differ. You're the one that's always missing the mats. I'm only helping you out so you won't be alone on this ship.
Or missing the mark?
Missing the mats, yes. It's Jeez. You.
I've never heard of that. When you help, you get it right, not get it wrong.
I'm only helping you. So you won't look as if you're alone in all of this. We're together in this.
All right, so you got something for us.
Of course, we have back-to-back segments lined up on the Global Morning. We have Taste and Texture that has to do with food. And yes, it's not egusi today because Anthony is an egusi fan. And then we have sports, we have business, and of course, the discussion, the first newspaper review, first discussion of the day on the Global Morning. So you have to stay locked. You have to keep watching the Global Morning this beautiful Tuesday morning. Welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Global Morning on Global Television, and we've gone back to back with some current issues, international issues, and of course home-based issues. And about this point, we're moving on to the segment of Taste and Texture. So if you're a foodie or you like food or you're wondering what you can actually prepare today, well, this is the table for you to be. And about this point, Anthony, I know you're a food person, but I will not ask you what your best food is.
You know, but I think I like snail. I know you don't know me with snails, but snails are
it's not everyone that really likes
but
that.
Snails are fantastic.
Okay.
Shrimps and the seafood.
Okay, seafood.
Yeah, they're really nice for like if you really want protein, you eat lots of them, and it's going to be fantastic for your body. It's nice. Okay,
now, well, I do not know if it's going to be seafood recipe at about this point, but let's just tune into Taste and Texture and see what recipe or foodie or smoothie they have for us right now. Don't go anywhere.
Talk about the elder sibling to okra when it comes to being slimy. Well, on today's episode on Taste and Texture, we will be talking about okra soup. I am Sharana J. Okra soup, which is known to be the main traditional soup of the Idoma people of Benue State, is a soup made from the okra stick, which is very slimy after preparation. It is usually prepared with bushmeat such as grass cutter, alligator, or smoked meat, and best served with pounded yam, aka onihi. It can also be eaten with semolina, eba, made from gari and yam flour. Now, let's take a look at the ingredients needed in preparing okra soup. The main ingredient needed for preparing okra soup is okra stem. Two other important ingredients include abai, that's egusi balls, and the special Idoma spice, okpe. The rest are basic ingredients needed for preparing all soups in Nigeria. 1. We have bushmeat, grass cutter, or alligator, or smoked meat, and also dry fish. Also, the main ingredient, okra stick or okra stem. And then okpe, that's locust beans. Also, dry pepper, seasoning cube, water, salt to taste, and abai, that's the egusi balls. And now, let's make it. Peel off the back of the oko stick by scratching the body gently with a knife. Place your peeled oko stick on any clean, safe surface and eat with a pistol. Remove the rope-like layer, then discard the stick. Wrap your rope-like layer together like a sponge and place in a bowl. Add hot water and allow to sit for 8 to 10 minutes. If it is confirmed that it's lukewarm enough to put your hands into, begin to squeeze it inside the bowl. Squeeze until the water becomes thick and slippery, then set aside. Parboil your bushmeat, add seasoning cube, dry pepper, and salt to taste. Allow to boil, add your grounded okpe and dry fish and allow to cook. To prepare abai, that's the egusi balls, ground your egusi with crayfish, add a little hot water and grounded egusi and begin to knead until it brings out the oil. This mixture should not be too strong. A moldable consistency will do. Mold into balls and add to your pot of already boiling meat. Allow cooking for some minutes. Remove your meat and molded egusi from the pot while boiling and set aside. Now remove the oko rope from the already squeezed oko, leaving the thick liquid. Pour liquid into your soup and stir for 5 minutes. Put on low heat and add back your meat and molded egusi, stirring together for some minutes. Turn off the heat. Okoho soup is ready. Serve with any swallow of your choice, preferably pounded yam. Oko is quite slippery. If it's your first time, you have to eat with patience or tell your Idoma friend to teach you. And now to the health benefits. Oko can help with weight loss and obesity by reducing appetite, increasing metabolism, and enhancing fat burning. The fiber in Oko can make you feel full and prevent overeating. The saponins in Oko can stimulate the production of bile acid, which can break down fat and cholesterol in the liver and intestines. That's all for today. Bye.
All right, I have this task that is very hard. That soup you saw there is the Okoho soup from Benue State. Okay, I heard the soup is magical. It traps you. It makes you addicted to people from that side of the country in Benue State. So anytime you go to Benue State, tell them you want to have a feel of Okoho. You see, it draws no space, so much fish, and in between, all the condiments in the right places. And I'm celebrating. I can't wait to have a feel of Okoho. I want to be trapped Okoho. That's
Are you kidding me?
Whoa, man! Did you see that soup?
It's okay. It's fortunate, not unfortunate that you are a foodie, Anthony. But it's okay. It's okay. I completely understand. That is a very delicious soup that goes with any swallow of your choice. It's nutritional, and the people from Benue State can actually relate to that particular soup. It's a traditional soup. Wow. And funny enough, the part that pulls, it's from a long stick that has to be open. It's just there in the stick, and it gives it that's the flavor itself when it comes to that particular soup, and it goes really well with pounded yam. I
think in my next holidays it has to be Benue State, no doubt, and I will look for Okoho wherever you are. We're coming for you. Just to have fun. All right.
Up next is the AM News, and it's still Global Morning. Don't go anywhere, and just stay tuned.